make discipline automatic. Discipline should not feel dramatic. Discipline should feel normal. If discipline feels heroic, wait, you are doing it wrong. Heroic effort burns out. Automatic behavior compounds. Right now, you rely on force. You force yourself to train. You force yourself to focus. You force yourself to stay consistent. Force creates friction. Friction drains energy. Energy drains create excuses. If something must be fought daily, it will eventually win. Discipline is programming. You do not brush your teeth with motivation. You do not debate whether to shower. You do not negotiate whether to breathe. These are automatic. That is power. The highest form of discipline is behavior that requires no internal argument. Right now, your actions require too much thinking. Thinking creates delay. Delay creates inconsistency. Inconsistency creates stagnation. Stagnation kills ambition. When you walk into a gym, you should not debate what to do. You follow sequence. Sequence removes uncertainty. Uncertainty invites weakness. Weakness expands under choice. Choice feels empowering, but too much choice destroys execution. The more options you give yourself, the easier quitting becomes. If skipping is an option, you will eventually skip. If reducing intensity is an option, you will eventually reduce your workout intensity. Remove options, create fixed patterns. Fix your wake up time, fix your training sequence, fix your working time. When behavior is pre-decided, emotion loses influence. Emotion thrives in open space. Structure removes space. Most people chase motivation, but motivation spikes and crashes. Automatic discipline does not spike. Discipline flows. Flow builds momentum. Momentum builds identity. Identity builds confidence. Confidence builds expansion. You want aggressive growth? Then your habits must run without constant supervision. Imagine a machine. You program the machine once. The machine repeats the function daily. No complaining, no hesitation, no reinterpretation. That is the standard. Right now, you are supervising yourself too much. You monitor how you feel. You monitor how tired you are. You monitor how inspired you feel. Stop monitoring feelings. Start monitoring execution. Execution either happens or it does not. Simple. When you train, you do not ask your muscles for permission. You apply stimulus. When you live your life, you should not ask your emotions for permission. You apply plan. Plan first, feelings second. The reason your discipline collapses is because it relies on conscious effort. Conscious effort depletes. Automation conserves energy. You automate by repetition, not random repetition, identical repetition. At the same time, in the same sequence, with the same expectation. Repetition creates neural efficiency. Neural efficiency reduces resistance. Reduced resistance increases speed. Speed increases output. Output increases growth. Most people change approach too often. New workout plan every week, new productivity system every month, new strategy every time, results slow. Constant change resets automation. Automation requires stability. Stability requires patience. Patience builds mastery. You do not need a better system. You need to repeat the same system longer. Boring repetition wins. Exciting inconsistency loses. The mind craves novelty, but novelty disrupts discipline. You are not here to be entertained, you are here to build power. Power is built in repetition, not reinvention. Repetition is productive. Look at professional athletes and sportsmen and women. They repeat fundamentals endlessly. The same drills, the same mechanics, the same timing. They do not reinvent basics weekly. Basics win championships. In life, basics win advancement. Sleep at consistent time. Train consistently. Work in fixed blocks. Review daily. Adjust weekly. Repeat. That cycle becomes automatic. Once automatic, discipline feels effortless. Effortless discipline looks impressive from outside, but internally, you are powerful. That is the goal. Ordinary repetition, extraordinary accumulation. Your problem is not lack of drive, it is lack of discipline. You have not installed behaviors deeply enough. Discipline requires time. Time requires commitment. Commitment requires identity. You must see yourself as someone who does not miss, someone who does not negotiate, someone who does not reinterpret. When you identify you as disciplined, discipline becomes consistent. Identity directs behavior. Behavior reinforces power. That loop must be built intentionally. Start small, not emotionally small, structurally small. One training time, one focused work, one focused ritual. Repeat for 30 days. No modifications, no upgrades, no variations. After 30 days, the resistance drops. After 60 days, the debate disappears. After 90 days, the behavior defends you. At that point, discipline is automatic. Automatic discipline builds freedom because you no longer spend energy convincing yourself. You spend energy executing. Execution multiplies output. Output multiplies progress. Progress multiplies confidence. Confidence multiplies opportunities. The greatest advantage is reliability. Reliable people outperform talented but inconsistent people. Reliability comes from automation. Automation comes from strict repetition. Strict repetition comes from eliminating options. If your system includes maybe, remove maybe. Replace it with must. Must happens. When you wake up, you do not consider alternatives. You rise. When it is training time, you move. When it is focus time, you work. No delay, no preamble, just action. Action reinforces authority. Authority builds self-respect. Self-respect strengthens discipline. Strong discipline reduces weakness. Reduced weakness increases speed. Speed increases accumulation. Accumulation builds dominance. This is not about grinding forever. This is about reducing internal conflict. This is about reducing energy waste. Energy must be directed, not wasted. Automate the beginning of the tasks. First rep automatic. First sentence automatic. First step automatic. Once you start, continuation becomes easier. Starting is the only difficult part. So remove difficulty from starting. Design triggers. Same shoes, same location, same time, same order. Triggers activate behavior. Behavior repeats. Repetition hardens pattern. Pattern becomes identity. Identity becomes unstoppable. Install cold structure. Structure survives bad days. Structure survives stress. Structure survives distraction, because structure does not depend on enthusiasm. Structure depends on design. Structure depends on design. Design your life like a program. Input, execution, completion, repeat. The more automated your discipline becomes, the more creative energy you free. The more automated your discipline becomes, the more creative you feel. The more creative you feel, you build impact. Impact builds legacy, all from repetition. So stop chasing dramatic motivation. Stop waiting for perfect feeling. Stop redesigning your weekly approach. Install, repeat, refine, protect the pattern. Automatic discipline is the highest level of control. With discipline, you move faster than everyone. This is how you grow aggressively and sustain.